Today we are doing quadratic equations. We are using an E tool that's blend space, Nathan. So we are using an E tool that's blend space, where we bundle all the, say if it is video or problems and there's some exercise, everything we are keeping at one place, and this link will be forwarded to you so that you can. The advantage of blend space being you can look at it at your own place and at your leisure time, so that you can become perfect. So, we'll solve some quadratic equations. And say if you watch a video that discusses.
Alright, in this video I'm going to do a couple examples of solving some quadratic equations by factoring. And in our first example here, we've got x squared minus 9x plus 14 equals 0. And again, the basic idea is we're trying to factor first off. So one thing that's important is you want your one side of the equation to be equal to 0. So notice we have that in our first example. We don't have that in our second example, so that's actually something that we'll have to do first in that problem. But in this one, it is set equal to 0, so to me that's good. And again, since the coefficient on the x squared is a 1, if it factors at least nicely with whole numbers, I think to get the x squared, I would need an x and an x. And then again, I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to positive 14, but add up to negative 9. So, I'm thinking about factors of 14 in my head. So, 1 and 14, well, I don't see how I can, add or subtract or do anything with that to get a negative 9. So I don't think that pair is going to work. Well, 2 and 7, I can multiply those together to get positive 14. So, and hey, 2 and 7, if I add those, right now I would get positive 9. But if we make them both negative, so negative 2 and negative 7, those still multiply to positive 14, but now they'll give us the correct sign in the middle. So the way I think about it, if the number is positive, they either have to be both positive or both negative. Whatever the sign on the middle is, if it's negative, that's what they'll both have to be. Okay, so we use negative 2 and negative 7 equals 0. Okay, so the point of having this factored is now, again, you're trying to...
that's an example. So the equation being x squared minus 9x plus 14 is 0. Yeah? X squared minus 9x plus 14 is 0. So product of the factors. Now then what's the product of factors here? 14, yeah? Product is 14, and the addition, Charlie, what's the addition there? Addition of the factors? Minus 9. So we need to get, two factors there, which is addition being minus 9. That's what I was done there. So if you say minus 2 come minus 7, so minus 2 times minus 7, that is product minus times minus. What's nothing? What's minus times minus? Positive. Very good. So we get 14 here. So you just you can write as x minus 2, x minus 7 is 0. So simply by noting down what's the product value and what's the current, did you get, yeah? So what's the product value and what's the addition value? If you know that, and by trial and error method, we can factorize it. So once you got it, Nathan, can you tell me what's the x value here now? X minus 2, x minus 7 is 0. What's the x value there? So it can be written as x minus 2 is 0, and x minus 7 is also 0. Yeah? So what's the x value here? X minus 2 is 0. Taking 2 that side, minus goes the other side of the equal, that becomes positive, isn't it? X is equal to plus 2. Say if it is x is equal to x minus 7 is 0, what's the x value here? taking minus 7 to the other side of the equal, that becomes positive. So x is equal to plus 7. So we'll work out a couple of more examples given there. Say if it is there's a BBC website here, so click there. Okay. The problem given there is x square minus 9x plus 20 is equal to 0. X square minus 9x plus 20 is 0. So x square minus 9x plus 20 is 0. So he got the factors, 20 is the product. Yeah? Karen, what's the product here? 20. So what can be the factors that can make minus 9 there? X square, that's what he has given simply. X square, minus 9x plus 20, that is x minus 4, x minus 5 is 0. Do you know how we got it? How we got 4 and 5 there?
4 times 5 equals 20.
Brilliant. 4 times 5 is 20. But why they have took minus sign there? Why they took minus sign?
Because it was minus 9x.
Very good. Addition is called minus 9. So simply said product being 20, yeah, this took addition is minus 9. So they took minus 4 minus 5. So you can simply write x minus 4 times x minus 5 is 0. That's what they written there, yeah. Say we take one more example. Say in this case, x square minus x minus 6 is 0. Yeah, what's the product here? Charlie, what's the product? Minus 6. So he got minus x minus 3 times x minus 2 is 0. You'll see how we got that. X square minus x minus 6 is 0. In this case, Nathan, what's the product here? Minus 6. Product is minus 6. And addition? Addition of the factors?
Yeah, minus 6.
Minus x means that's minus 1. So we need two factors which their addition would be minus 1. Also, in this case, minus 6 means, how do you split it?
6 and 1.
6 times 1. But the addition, are you getting minus 1 there? 6 plus 1 is 7, isn't it? So you need to get, say, minus 3 times 2. That is minus 6. And what is the addition of minus 3 times plus 2? What is minus 3 plus 2? Minus 1. So that's why they put it there. X. So they took minus 3, 2. They simply write there x minus 3, x plus 2 is 0. So minus 3 plus 2. That's how it is solved. Say we try to work out a few examples in there. Can you work out the 4th and 5th values? 4th and 5th. Can you factorize that? Yeah? X square minus 10x plus 25 is 0. X square minus 10x plus 25 is 0. And other one, x square minus 5x plus 6 is 0. plus minus 5 plus minus minus 5 minus 5 if you add will become minus 10. That's brilliant. Try to do second one. 7 minus 5x plus 6. Yeah, so product is 6. Product is 6, isn't it? Addition is minus 5.
Yeah.
So what could be that?
That's meant to be 2 times 3, sorry.
Yeah, 2 times 3. What about the sign? Addition should be minus. So minus into minus, say minus 2 times minus 3. Yeah. What's the minus 2 times minus 3? You get product 6, isn't it? Yeah. What is minus 2 plus minus 3? Minus 2 minus 3.
It's positive, so
Minus 2 minus 3 minus 5. So you got that. Just write those things. Minus 2 minus 3. What's minus 2? What's minus 3 is it here? Just show their face once for a while. Just focus on the students one for a while. Just 1 minute.
I won't show their